Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor. I'm back at y'all again. Now, I'm coming to build on or advance on a subject that I spoke on in the past pertaining to oxygen giving us our perception once we breathe it in. This is why we can see everything on Earth the way that we see it. Because once we fell into this water of oxygen and the type of oxygen that we're breathing in, it's giving us our images of what we're seeing around us. When we lose oxygen, we lose consciousness, right? So oxygen is a base form of consciousness that we breathe in, which is giving us the screen of the earth that we're looking at. Because without it, we have no consciousness of being able to see these images, the trees, the people, or anything. Where does this oxygen go in order for it to transform into consciousness, to give us the screen that we're looking at, such as the trees, the people, and the matrix that we are swimming in? It goes to the occipital part of the brain, which is in the back of the head. It's called the occipital lobe. And the occipital lobe is connected to the frontal lobe. And this has a lot to do with the consciousness that we are seeing. Now, what they don't tell you is that this occipital lobe in the back of your head, when you sleep at night, it sparks off at a high frequency. And this is why you have no vision of the physical realm anymore upon leaving your body. But you have vision of going to a place called the dream world. But you can see there. How is it that you are able to go to the dream world and see, and your heart is still beating back on the bed where you're sleeping at? It has a lot to do with the occipital lobe. And this is because you have a cord from this lobe that is connected to your astral body. And once you fall into this oxygen, it distorts your memory of other lifetimes where you existed or where you are existing right now. Because we all seem to think that we only exist in here at the moment. But this occipital lobe has a cord attached to it. And once this oxygen hits the compound inside of this lobe, it causes us to see what we're seeing. And I believe, in my own hypothesis, that we are looking through a scope far off from where we are now. I think that we are somewhere else, outside of time, peeking through this lobe, experiencing a human form or a human life. And there are many tunnels where we are divided in time, where we are existing as other things, other people, other life forms. So oxygen is not just something keeping us alive. It's something that we breathe into our brain. And it goes through the frontal lobe, hits the occipital lobe, and becomes a form of consciousness of the world that we're in now. So we're swimming in oxygen, right? Which is really consciousness. Because where does oxygen come from? Scientists don't even know that. But the ancestor in me told me that it comes from this light that we call ether, which creates all elements. And ether is an astral light, which is above the horizon at a certain point and it sets at a 90-degree angle. And when this astral light hit a certain part of the earth, it changes into oxygen. We breathe it in and we see what we are seeing. We breathe this stuff in and we see what we are seeing because this oxygen now transforms into consciousness once it hit the occipital lobe. Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm out. Peace.